Nigeria Tech Summit. Okay. Our entrepreneurs ready. Okay. So we kickstarted this Nigeria Tech Summit with an accelerator bootcamp yesterday. We had over 170 cohorts go through a bootcamp. Out of the over 170, we had about 100 of them galvanizing their community to get votes to be able to pitch here. So I'll call them out, those who got the highest votes, who are eligible to pitch here. We have 2 of them who will be joining us online. So we'll have 2 virtual presentations and 4 in-person ones over here. So I'll call them out one after the other. And when it's time, they will do their presentation. Okay. So for the first, we have Mary Ako here. Mary. We also have Excellence Joshua. Please clap for them. Show them some love. Kemisola Bolarinwa. Sorry if I missed your name. And then Nicholas Alifa.
All right. Before they come on stage, can we also introduce our prospective judges who's going to come to the main stage to give perspective as they each pitch? Are they ready? All right. First from the U.S. Embassy, can we please give a warm round of applause to Edward, please? Coming to this main stage. Let's give a virtual round of applause. These are going to be our judges hearing from perspectives from the panel. Staniel is already on the main stage. You're going to be hearing from Staniel's thoughts. Can we give him a virtual round of applause as well? And last but not least, please give a warm virtual round of applause for Einstein, Kofi, and Tim, partner at the Africa Future Fund. Please give a warm welcome to our panelist judges who's going to be hearing and giving insight to the entrepreneurs. Stan, over to you.
Okay, so we'll start with the online presenters if they are ready. Is Linda ready to go?
It's not easy. They're getting ready. They're getting geared up. Let's get the screen up. And Stan, continue to talk about the accelerator as we get them ready.
All right. So with the accelerator, they went through so many. They had the opportunity to have so many speakers and experienced founders to take them through how to scale their businesses. So they learned so much yesterday, and I'm sure the cohort here, aside their page presentation, will be able to tell us more on what they learned. We had about more than 5 speakers coming on to help them scale their business. The opportunity was also given to startups to set up demo tables here. So you can see some of them at the back who have set up demo tables to showcase their startups. So can you give us a wave from the back? Yeah. Okay. Do you have, is Linda ready online? Okay.
Just give them a few moments. We can share the prizes that they'll be getting. Can you share the prizes for the Startup Lab competition?
Okay. So for the Startup Lab, each of those pitching today are going to get perks from AWS, Google Cloud, SendGrid. So it's all in total of 150K. That's the worth of the prizes they are going to get in terms of the perks from AWS, SendGrid, and Google Cloud.
Can we get a round of applause for the prizes? 150,000 USD in credits for them to get their companies up and running. Also, can we pass it over to the panelist judges to just introduce themselves as we get the startup entrepreneurs ready to go?
Hello, everyone. My name is Joseph Ada from the U.S. Embassy.
All right, super. Hi, everyone. You've probably already seen me already today. My name is Einstein in Tim. Full name's Einstein Kofi and Tim. So people know I'm from Ghana as well. So I know me at Ghana and Nigeria. There's always some kind of beef. But you know, we'll work it out. We'll work out the issues. It's okay. And I'm really looking forward to hearing the pitch competition and the pitches present. And I know that it's not always very comfortable. They said the biggest fear in the world right now is actually the fear of public speaking, right? So let's have empathy towards the people who are going to present and pitch to us, but also let's keep make notes of what they're presenting to us and give feedback. So it's not just us judges here who'll be giving them feedback. After the program is done, during the network, you guys can talk to them, share your thoughts, provide feedback, perspective, but also how you can support them and help accelerate them. We talk about how, you know, we want to support the ecosystem, but it starts with just every little bit of help we can help provide, whether it's a network, somebody who we know who can help amplify their business, or an investor. But for me personally, I'm looking at people who are leveraging technology in a very unique way, or tapping into an advanced technology in a very with a new approach or perspective to it. But yeah, just a few notes there. Now, pass it back, Daniel.
I think Linda is ready now, so pass it on to Linda to give her pitch. She has 3 minutes. Each presenter has 3 minutes to pitch their company. Okay. I think let's start with those here to kill time. Okay. Yeah, we'll start with those in-house so the online people can get themselves ready. So the first one in here will be Nicholas Alifa.
Sorry, can I have my slider? No, that's not mine. Agile Cooperative.
Can you name the name of your company? Let's get this started.
Agile Agritech.
Okay, we'll get that up. Start by introducing yourself really quickly before we kick off.
Okay, I would love to introduce myself at the end of the presentation. They say we should talk about what we do, not who we really are, right?
Well, you got to be ready on the spot. That's part of being an entrepreneur. You got to be ready. You were born ready. Go ahead.
All right. Have you eaten rice today? Okay, that's not funny. I know I'm not a prophet, but I certainly know that everyone in this room, if excluding
your slides are up,
the white lady here, has eaten rice at least once over the past 1 week, or even yesterday or day before. All right, what if I tell you that just 57% of the rice we consume in Nigeria are produced in Nigeria? Well, you don't understand that. Now, if we consume 5 cups of rice in Nigeria, only 3 cups of those rice are produced in Nigeria. That means we have to depend on importation to be able to feed or to be able to get the many 2 cups, or else we starve. Now, that's a very big problem, because rice is not just very important to economic development, it is fundamental to food security at both household and individual level. It is not an exaggeration to say that there is no single family that doesn't eat rice. Next slide. Now, this is the problem we want to solve. But then before we can solve the problem, we need to look at what is the cause of this problem. Now, 80% of rice produced in Nigeria produced by smallholder farmers. Okay, we have a deficit of 3 million. Next slide, please. 80% of the rice produced in Nigeria are produced by smallholder farmers. Now, smallholder farmers are those that farm at maximum of or less than 1 hectare. The implication is that we have a lot of people that are farming rice, but they are farming it individually. And as a result of that, they don't have the capacity to negotiate. Now, every business person understands that the higher you produce, the larger the quantity you produce, the lower the unit cost. Little wonder, it is it is cheaper to import rice than to buy rice from Nigeria. Now, how do we want to solve this problem? Our solution is simple. It's called agribusiness cluster. By agribusiness cluster, what we are doing is to put farmers together in at least in a cluster of 100. Now, when 100 farmers are farming an hectare each, that is 100 hectares of land. Now, when you have 100 hectares of land, you can walk up to a tractorization company and say, look, we have 100 hectares of land. Please come and tractorize our farm. Now, the farmers may not be able to afford a tractor, but 100 of them come together, they can be able to have their farm tractorized at a very discounted rate. With 100 hectares of land, you can walk up to a fertilizer supplier and say, look, we have 100 hectares worth of rice. We need a fertilizer for that. And with that capacity, you can negotiate and get fertilizers for farmers at a very discounted rate. Once you have done with production, the next thing is, once farmers are together, it is very, very easy to give them training and capacity building than to be moving from one farmer's farm to another. It's also very easy to walk up to a big rice mill and say, look, we have rice farmers, and we want you to inject money into this project so that at the end of the day, you'll be able to get this so quantity of rice. Now, farmers don't just go to the farmers in our cluster don't just go to the farm to farm any kind of rice, because we have already having an understanding with the people that are going to buy. That is a ready market that they can access. They know exactly what variety to farm. So we have provided access to inputs, we have provided access to finance, we have provided access to technical services, and we have provided access to market. Now, with this in place, production will be increased, profit will be maximized, and then the price of production will drag down, and then you'll be able to afford rice. And above all, we may not have to have a deficit of 300 million of our annual demand. So this is our solution, just as I explained. We aggregate, we support, we offtake from them. Next slide, please. Now, our revenue model, number one, when I want to work with these farmers, we offtake this paddy from them, and then we sell them. Of course, we make sure that since the farmers in our network are already business people, they are not just farmers, but they are farmers doing business. We have run a spreadsheet, we have done an accounting, we know the cost of their production, and at the end of the day, they say, look, this is your profit, and everything is clear. Then the farmers know what they are getting, and the company also know what we are getting as a commission. Then currently what we are doing also, we have taken this rice and also package it in our own brand name, a stone-free clean Nigerian rice. And then finally, we provide charges for the services. Farmers who are empowered and who are seeing that their production is going to improve definitely will want to pay charges to be able to get those services. Now, what is our journey so far? We are currently working with 1,000 rice farmers cluster in the Plateau State, and then we have been able to provide these services and for them. Next slide, please. And this is our rice brand, Ajaoko. What is the market? Over the past less than 10 years, the demand for rice has been increasing astronomically, as we can see. Now, it is projected that in 2026, the revenue from rice will go as high as $6 million US dollars. This is in US dollars. This shows that demand exists. If a vibrant farmers and private sector can be aggregated and be empowered to service it. Next slide. Okay, that's me. My name is Nicholas Alpha. I have a background in food science and technology. I have a master's in food processing and technology, currently doing a PhD in food technology. I'm an agribusiness entrepreneur, and I have been trained by the International Center for Agribusiness Management at Accra, and also have taken a emerging entrepreneurship in emerging economy, where we understand the dynamics of businesses in Nigeria, just as from Harvard Business School. Thank you for listening.
super. Thank you very much for that. Do we just get feedback to the host? All right, let's do that. All right, great. I really like what you presented. I didn't know the problem was so severe, so it was really great. My question and just my own thoughts is, I love that you highlight, what you're doing, your background in food science, and that you're doing a PhD. Congrats. So that's not just the Nicholas show. Can you tell us a bit more about the team that you're building around and what makes them stand out to help achieve this goal of helping to equitize what do you call rice production and farming?
Talking about the team, of course, we have a vibrant team that's working on this project. We have we have an agri-economics on our team who is helping us in galvanizing this. And then we have Alex Baba, he's an international business consultant, and he's the one that's actually managing our business management aspect. Thank you.
Cheers.
You've done a wonderful presentation, and I admire what you do and how much you have learned and you are still learning. But my question is, how are you different from a regular cooperative where you have farmers come together to do something similar to what you're doing? So what makes you different from what they do in their regular cooperatives?
Thank you so much. Now, first, the regular cooperative are product aggregators. In other words, they bring their products together and then they distribute. But instead of focusing on products, we are focusing on producers. Now, by producers is we are involved in every detail of the farmers from the beginning to the end. Now, apart from that, we have discovered problems with cooperatives. And one of the major problems is that, sorry to say this, we have cooperatives that their leaders sabotage their members in order to get better deals for themselves. And then most of the cooperatives or the leaders of the cooperative doesn't have a well-balanced business idea. They have problem with accounting, they have problem with finance, accounting, they have problem. So actually it's just major cooperatives we have in Nigeria, it's just farmers come together and then when there is fund, sorry to say, is when there is fund, they come together and say, okay, we are 10 people, we are these farmers. And once that fund or that opportunity is gone, you discover that those cooperatives are no longer in existence. But this time around, we are coming in as a person that is organizing them. And then we are also bringing in business training. We are bringing in accounting services. We are bringing in regional development services to them. So it's not just like the local farmers who are just cooperative doing their stuff. We are also bringing in these services for them. That we are better than those cooperatives together.
Okay. We have one of the virtual pictures ready for the next one.
All right, thank you very much, Nicholas. Thank you.
It's going to come up on the screen. Stan, please introduce the next entrepreneur, Michael Ojo from Active.
All right. We welcome Michael Ojo from Active. He's online.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Can you hear me, please? Hello, can you hear me?
Online now.
Hello, can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. Please, permit me to share my own screen. Please, can I?
Sure.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so I'll just share it right now. Okay. All right, confirm you can see my slide, please. Can you see my slide, please? Hello? Please, can you see my slide? I can't see anything. I can't hear anything from anybody. Please, I need to confirm you can hear me and see my slides. Please, thank you. I can't see anything from anybody else. I'm not sure if I'm talking to myself.
Technology, huh?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, please. I wanted to confirm I'm not talking to myself. So you can see my slide too, right?
Yes, we
Yes, you
can
can.
see your slides. Go
Okay,
ahead.
thank you very much. So I'm starting now. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today to pitch my startup. I wasn't able to come physically because of some reasons, but my co-founder is right there, sitting down amongst everyone there. So the name of my startup is Octave Corporations, and that's our tagline: reshaping digital education. Okay, so I'll be referring to my startup as a product. Okay, so what is it about? Octave Corporations is a digital solutions company that is aimed at advancing digital education and services in Nigeria and Africa at large. Our mission is to lead Nigeria into the world of pure digitalization, making us become part of the top countries in digital technology and educating as many as possible by providing available, accessible, and affordable on-demand digital education. Okay, so what's our vision? Our vision is to be Nigeria's leading digital solutions company and become the world's most affordable platform to learn quality digital skills. So, what is the problem we are trying to solve? Okay, so you can agree with me. I'm pretty sure everyone is, oh, most of us are Nigerians, so this should be a, in anonymous votes, okay, that digitalization is epileptic in Nigeria and Africa at large because there's unavailable, inaccessible, and unaffordable digital education and services. So basically, digital skills education is very expensive. You see for the likes of $100, $50, there are people that cannot afford that amount, and that's why digitalization is getting slow. And what's our solution? Okay, of course, we are providing available, accessible, and affordable on-demand digital education and services. Of course, our solution will be solving the SDG goals 4, 8, 9, and 10, which is quality education, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation, and infrastructure, and goal 10, which is reduced inequality, in this case, wealth status. So doesn't matter whether you are poor or rich, you should be able to afford digital education. Oh, this is me. I'm the founder, and this is my qualification. Presently, I'm a final year student of University of Lagos Chemical Engineering Department, but I've spent over 6 years. So please permit me to give myself the BSc title. Okay, and I'm also a SASO exploration scholar. I got scholarship from that company, and these are my skills. I'm a data analyst and the likes. Okay, and that's my email address. You can always contact me there. And here's my co-founder Ibrahim Abdullahi. Is with you there, and is a BSc holder in computer science and also an advanced software engineering person from Aptech. And those are his skills. So, and these are our other team members. Okay, we have as seen here. I don't want to waste more time on this. So this is just the landing page of our website. Okay, octaveinc.org. This is the landing page. So what are our services? We provide on-demand quality online education as courses, physical and virtual instructor-led digital skills training, organizational skills training, free physical and virtual internships. Okay, so of course, as a business owner, you should be able to track some key KPIs. So what are the KPIs we track in Octave Corporations for business growth? We have the revenue growth, the revenue per learner, the profit margin, client retention rate, learner satisfaction, learners acquisition rate, and quality of the courses being operated in our platform. So, okay, so what is our road to success? So we have the e-tutors who are going to be putting the courses on our website. That's our platform. So what they do, they select a subject in a particular field, be it data science or Python or cybersecurity, and then they build a curriculum and the content, that's the video content. Then they build the lecture videos, the quizzes, assignments, and projects. Then we save and we upload it. Then the learners, for the learners, because not everybody know what they want to do. So we want to do a form of personality test so that they can, have a feel of what they feel like doing, having a passion of something. Then they choose a recommended course. Then we fix a schedule for them. And then while they complete the course, they get rewards for encouragement. And then after that, a virtual internship is taken to give them a form of experience. We may also use the metaverse, because I already partnered with Onyx University, and this is the picture. So this is the metaverse environment where we'll be using for our virtual internships, although we also do physical internships too. But then this is a very much interactive environment as a virtual. So who's our target audience? Of course, we're focusing on Nigeria for now. We have just 201 million population. But our target audience are students, individuals, and companies. So we're just going to focus on 25% of the target market, okay? And this target market contributes over 60% of the country's GDP. And also, if we are able to train just this 25%, the digitalization level will increase over 70%. I'm sure of that. Okay, so these are our financials. So basically, the capital needed will be about 250 million, which is about $600,000 to run this whole thing for about 2 years. And these are revenue forecast. By 2024, we should have, what, about $480 million. And of course, all these are broken down in our business plan. If need be, I can submit that. Okay. Our marketing strategy is to use social media ads, TV, billboards, affiliate marketing, and every other form of marketing to push our products out there. And of course, being a product manager, we have to validate the product. So we do that by market surveys. We ask learners what they want, how they want their courses to be. We also test our products and services. Okay. And our long-term goal is to have a digital university where students are going to be enrolled and learn future of work skills. And compulsorily, they will become entrepreneurs upon graduation, because we're not going to produce graduates that will add to the problem of unemployment. Rather, they will be creating more jobs for the people of Africa. So we are not going to produce job seekers. Rather, we're going to produce employers. At the long run, I want to have my dream is to have a society of technology talent who will come together to build another Silicon Valley in Nigeria. So that is the end of my pitch. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mike.
To make sure, can he hear us?
I can hear you.
That's super. A great presentation, and I love your passion. It's very, very good to see that energy and passion, even from the virtual space. My question to you is about your story, and not your story per se, but why does digital reframing matter to you? Because one thing we all know is important. We all know the tools you're talking about from digital university, the metaverse. But what made you get involved into this, and why does it matter to you so much? Because that's going to help you.
All right. Thank you for that question. So basically, it saddens me when I talk about some topics in technology, things like robotics, IoT, things like digital marketing, Python, and most of my people around here, that's my indigents, they don't even know. You'll be surprised if they don't know what a computer is, and that's so sad. Okay, and that's because the edtechs that are around there are making their products quite expensive, and it's not really accessible and affordable to lots of persons. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why I decided to found this company, so that we can, because basically, if I want to go into robotics right now, right, I can't sell a product to people who do not understand how it is being used. So I have to start by educating them. So I have to start with the edtech. So when I educate them, I'm basically creating a market for the next product, which probably a robot, okay? And then they'll be able to appreciate it more. I won't buy it because they know how it works, not throwing stones at it because, they may probably get scared, So it's just a passion for me to ensure that digitalization is, moving fast and fast in our country, because it's very slow. And it's because education technology is quite, expensive.
That's great. Remember, Ryan was saying that at the boot camp yesterday, the importance of a story. So let's make sure we put that into the presentation. But that's really good. Thank you very much. Yeah.
A quick question for you. What kind of skill, digital skill you said? Is there any niche? Is there any particular area you're focused on? You want to provide all the digital skills?
Of course. I wish I could share my screen again, because Octave Corporations is not just a startup, but it's actually an ecosystem. We have lots of talents. In fact, I organized a virtual internship earlier this year, and we had on all form of digital skills. robotics, data science, data analytics, web design, development, everything, graphic design. And I gathered over 450 plus tech talents, and we worked on several projects. So this community is still with us. And if I decide to have a training on all skills, we can do that so perfectly because we have every talent needed for that particular skill. I personally, I am based on data science. I'm a data scientist, okay? But I also have knowledge in robotics, IoT, and the likes. But then I love teaching data analytics.
And you are providing the content for all the digital skills on this platform.
Yes.
Is this content from you, or you have people who are going to?
Oh, not me, of course. I like I said, I'm based on data science. So I have guys for Python, I have guys for robotics, I have guys for web design, and there are plenty of them out there. Funny how most of them are volunteers for now. I only give them incentives because we give them once we start making more revenue. Because earlier this year, I personally in a month I organized four trainings: product management, data analytics for quality assurance, and also financial analysis. So this four brought about 250,000 naira in just a month, and it was just done virtually using Zoom. And the testimonials are on the website. That's octaveinc.org. You can see the testimonials there. People loved the way I taught it. So that's my own part. But then I have other guys for several other skills. Yes.
And lastly, have you ever heard of Udemy?
Yes, of course. In fact, I'm an ambassador of Udemy. I've almost finished all the courses there. Sorry.
Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you so much.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Give me a round of applause, everyone. Is Linda ready now? Linda is from her business is Ashley Oak School. Linda is actually
Oh God. She's coming up now.
all right.
Guys, let's give her some good energy. She can hear you guys. Let's welcome Linda.
Welcome, Linda.
Linda, can you hear us? Are you ready to go? Linda, you ready? Let's see if Linda can hear us. Linda, can you hear us? Go ahead.
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hear you.
Loud and clear.
We can hear you, Linda. Proceed.
Good. Good evening, Good evening, guys. Good evening, the judges. And I am Linda Kamibu. I am the founder and owner of Ashley Oak Schools. I grew up in a slum area where children graduate from high schools without learning any skills. And the painful part of it is over 80% of these children cannot attend institutions of higher learning due to their parents' financial inability to fund them. Then what is the implication? The implication is these children end up joining bad gangs to unleash criminalities, thereby constituting a public nuisance. This is exactly the situation some of my brothers found themselves in. So growing up, seeing my brothers living aimless life without any focus on what their future would be, I vowed to found a school which will combine literacy and skills acquisition. So now I started Ashley Oak Schools for those poor children of low-income parents to obtain quality formal education at affordable costs, and in addition to that, learn entrepreneurial and technological skills, which will help them to become self-employable, even if their parents are unable to further their education to institutions of higher learning. With this, the children will be able to make a living and not join bad gangs, which will be detrimental to our society. So in my school, actually all schools, students are taught entrepreneurial skills such as catering, craft making, electrical wiring, floor tiling, etc. In my slides, you can see where the children are tiling the floor of their classrooms. Now, that is a practical class. And also robotics and coding are taught in the school. You can see a practical coding class there. But then we have a pressing need. A pressing need is that of starting up functional robotics and coding laboratories. And we need at least 300 computers and 10 projectors, among other items, in order to achieve our target of 1 student to 1 computer. When the students are equipped with entrepreneurship and tech, the poor children who cannot further their education beyond high school will be self-employed, and they will contribute positively to Nigeria's economic growth. I'm an educationist. I have a PhD in linguistics. I have a PhD in education, and I have attended the prestigious Academy for Women Entrepreneurs. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Linda. Judges, any comments?
The audio quality is poor.
Can you hear us, Linda? Can you hear us? All right. Linda, can you hear us?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Fantastic. All right. My question will be a quick one, which is again, thank you for sharing your story. It's very important. My question is about how you plan to make the pitch sustainable. How do you plan on making the enterprise sustainable? And can you share a bit more about like your revenue model and how you're making it sustainable, please?
Oh, the model is very sustainable. It's self-sustaining. The children pay tuition, and their tuition cover the cost of paying their teachers. You know, I mentioned that we give quality formal education, but then it's at affordable cost so that these low-income parents can afford to pay their children's tuition. And they do. So when they see what we teach their children, when they see what we offer, they are so excited, and they are paying. For instance, this time nobody is owing, not even a person, because we brought in so many skills which their children, I believe, they perform at home. So it's self-sustaining. The tuition the students pay, but then we still need funding from local.
Her connection is a little bit spotty, but she's gonna try to conclude her thoughts. Linda, can you hear us? Hey, she was about to land her final point. Okay, while we wait for Linda to conclude, there she goes. Back.
I'm sorry, the network cut me off. Did I answer your question?
Did she answer your question? Linda asked, did she answer your question? Yes, Linda, you done well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Linda.
Okay, thank you very much.
So we'll move back to the in-person.
All right. Thank you, Linda. Can we give a virtual round of applause so she can hear the audience live? Amazing job, Linda.
Thank you.
Mary?
So it started when I was in school, and I had friends who wanted to get married. but they were always under pressure and they were restless because they needed to plan for their big day. Of course, I had to be the errand girl because I had little skills on how to source for vendors. It got to a point that I was always referred to people. So I said to myself one day, why be an errand girl for free when you can make money from it? So I decided to acquire skills in event planning processes. I was able to acquire skills in event management, makeup artistry, sales and rentals of wedding dresses, organization and branding of souvenirs, and then hair making. My passion for entrepreneurship pushed me into acquiring various skills in entrepreneurship, including a corporate affairs commission certification for my business in 2017. I was still in school at the time. My name is Mary Ako. I am the founder and CEO of Chemistry Concept. Chemistry Concept is an event planning organization that is passionate about easing the stress of planning an event. You would agree with me that event management is tedious. It is stressful, less cost-effective. We all need experience to plan an event, and of course, it's unavoidable because at some point in our lives, we have to cater for one. It could be a naming ceremony, it could be a Thanksgiving, it could be a wedding, it could be anything. And you would also agree with me that in Nigeria today, over 10,000 people get married in a year, 5,000 corporate events across the country, and of course, millions of birthdays and surprise parties going on everywhere. Considering the country where we are, party is a very important part of our lives. So our concept is to create an escrow system which provides access to all goods and services needed to make an event a success by designing the necessary structure to enable a good quality control system. I'll quickly run down our approach. So our first approach is the KYC. This is a part where we try to know our customers and our vendors. This is the part where we try to know their location, their capacity, and their strengths. The second stage is the purchase stage. This is the stage where our customers make orders for the products and services they want on our app. The next stage is the delivery stage, where our vendors supply or take their products and services to our customers at their various locations. The last stage is the feedback and release of funds stage. This is a stage where we use a system, a tracking system, to get feedbacks from our customer on how our vendors have delivered their services to them before we finally release funds to them. The good side of our business is we are constantly creating job opportunities. We are here to reshape the event planning ecosystem. We are here to make event management cost-effective. We are improving time consistency. And of course, we are offering customers a large range in variety. So to distinguish us from our competitors, during the COVID-19 pandemic, we decided to work with our tech and partners to build mobile apps and websites where people can plan and organize their events within their budget with just few clicks. Allow me to show you an introductory video of our products. Here's the video. While the video is coming up, our mission is to be a one-stop event planning mall where people can just walk in, plan their event in few hours, and then get it delivered to them at the stipulated time. We want to be able to provide services, want to be able to provide goods for our vendors so that they'll be able to plan, they'll feel less stress when wanting to do an event. Events like this can happen within hours. Events like this can happen within, you don't have to take months to plan events with our app. All you just need to do is go to the app, click on the product you want. It comes out with prices. You choose what you want. You choose what you want from our app, and then we deliver to you. Please, the video.
The video is not playing. You're alive. Speak your truth.
Okay. So I just talked about the video is, I don't know if you can hear this.
Are you looking for someone to arrange your party? Then Stocks.net is here to help you. Stocks.net is the #1 online event store that allows people to plan their events and parties in minutes by saving them the stress of work and coordination during their birthday parties, weddings and receptions, surprise parties, hangouts, and corporate dinners. We allow users to pick the products and services they want for any event. We offer cakes, liquor of all categories, beverages, food, buffet, pastries, disc jockey, decorators, catering packages, cocktails and mocktails, barman and bar service, ushers, event locations, master of ceremony, and many more. You can plan your event in 3 easy steps. 1. Go to www.stocks.net. 2. Select all the time you need for your event. 3. Your event is delivered to your desired location. We provide all the services with time consistency and at a reasonable price. We will take all the hassle away from you so you can have peace of mind. So, how will you like your party? With a lot of stress? Or are you delivered without stress? For more information, visit our website, stocks.net.
So how would you like your party? Currently, we're working on training vendors. We have makeup artists you're training. We have those you're training on catering services. So at the end of the day, instead of when you want to plan an event, you're looking for decor and decor organizations to do your decoration. You're looking for foods and foods organizations to do your catering services. This time you're doing everything in one place. Chemistry Concepts is doing your catering services. Chemistry Concepts is doing your decoration. Chemistry Concepts is sourcing and branding your souvenirs for your events and everything. You're sourcing your wedding dresses from us. You're making your hair and doing everything from us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I like the way you had a backup plan. So if you have a problem with in an event, you're planning an event and you have a challenge, you do have backup plans for them. And then you showed us that you had a backup plan for your video filming, and I commend you on that. So I would say, well done. You have leveraged technology to plan events, and you have shown us how you can actually do well with things that come up when something fails when you apply an event. So I'll just say well done.
Of course, well done. The way you kind of roll the punches shows that you'd be a great organizer as well. And I like that you're moving something that people think can't be systemized into a platform format. My question for you is, Nigeria is a big country, very big country. How do you see, because again, events also are very nuanced to each region and each country. What makes you believe that a platform like this could actually potentially become a global platform and not just one that's only for Nigeria?
So I had a friend that stays in Canada, and then she was getting married, but couldn't come to Nigeria because of school to plan her wedding. So she had to beg a friend to help her. Trust me, her friend extorted her. She virtually added double. She made the price of everything double. Imagine there was a system like our app at the time, where she could just click for whatever she wants, and then a week to her wedding, she's in Nigeria, and she's having her wedding well, without spending so much money, without lack of having issues of trust, because at some point she was disappointed. She couldn't get some vendors on ground. She couldn't get some things. Now imagine having an app in Nigeria, an app that can function all over the world. You stay in UK. Because we love our culture as Nigerians, we like to come back home to celebrate our events. Now, you're in UK, you use the app to source your vendors. You use the app to get an event manager. You source vendors, and then we have event managers on ground that would follow through with every process till the D-Day. So we can work with people in diaspora. We can work with people because it's an app. And the phone is what is selling now. Our gadget is what can connect us to the world. Globalization. The system that brings interconnectedness. Something is happening in one part of the world, it's having impact in another part of the world. Our app is in Nigeria, but it can have impact in other parts of Africa. can have impact in other parts of the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you.
A question this time. You have, do you have hands? Do you have a number of people that can help you? What's the size of your group, your team? And how do you plan to handle a large event when you have many moving parts, knowing how planning an event can be?
So currently, we are outsourcing some of our jobs to vendors because we don't have enough capacity to have. We don't have the brand yet. We don't have a structure, or we have a structure, but we don't have a physical store where people can walk in and say, okay, on your app, I ordered this. So chemistry concepts there cannot be chemistry concepts everywhere now because of lack of funds. But that's why I said we're working on a system where we are training people in different states, where if we have an event in Kaduna, for example, we have staffs on the ground in Kaduna, where people that can do your makeup, people that can do we have a bridal store there, people that can do your catering services, your decoration and everything, until we are able to build a system where everything in an event can carry our name. And that's why we need funding. We need funding for this app to run. We need funding to have an event mall, a place where people can just walk in and then do things very easy and fast.
Thank you so much, Mary. You can take your seat now. Our next entrepreneur is Excellence Joshua. Let's welcome her with a round of applause.
Isn't it ironic that the global outsourcing industry is worth over $250 billion, and yet the rate of unemployment in Nigeria and Africa keeps increasing? What's going on? There's Fiverr, there's freelance, so what's happening? Now, for me, just like many of us here who have graduated from the university, we're stuck. We don't have options. Like I said when I was talking, it was not the good place to be at. It wasn't. The African society is just not kind to you. They will give you a million reasons as a woman why they can't hire you with a 2-year-old. How would you work? How would you show up? It's difficult to create a balance. The rate of unemployment in Nigeria is high, and women are the worst hit. PwC reported that not less than 28% of women in Nigeria still borrow or ask people for money. And I'm sure it most likely will be higher than that. That was my situation, and that's the situation of so many people. And you know the funny thing? The COVID-19 pandemic only made it worse. More women lost jobs, and it was difficult. It was also difficult for most businesses to scale. And so the women are there and they don't have jobs because they are not properly skilled to work remotely with the pandemic. And then we have businesses who are finding it difficult to hire remote talent. They'll tell you, I'll hire them, and you pay them. They'll stay at home and they won't work. They won't deliver. And so we had been training. We started training in 2019, particularly women with digital skills. In 2020, we pivoted and we started training specifically in social media management, basically to bridge the gap between getting talent that is well-skilled, as well as solving unemployment for women that were stranded. And so women that were at home and having to raise their kids and take care of their kids and struggling with balance and how to earn, they were trained, upskilled in things like social media and became social media managers, earning from between 30,000 to 150,000 monthly from the comfort of their homes. And so we realized, oh, this is a gap that must be filled. And we didn't stop in Nigeria. One time, I ran an ad for a course, and I didn't know I'd put in Ghana. And out of the 1,000 people we were training in that program, 40% were from Ghana, Kenya, South Africa, and the rest like that. The situation is bad, and everybody is trying to survive. My name is Excellence Anirika Joshua, and life hit me hard in 2018, just like it hits most women. My solution did not come from being a medical lab scientist. Technology changed my life. gave me a new story and gave me hope again. And so I made up my mind that I'm going to help as many women as possible have money of their own, leveraging technology. For us at Techie Train, it's not just technology just to become web developers, because we train on digital skills, specifically in areas of tech, support solutions, marketing, and admin support. So we have virtual assistants, we have web developers, we have data analytics, and all of that. But it was also about them thinking creatively to actually innovate in whatever it is they've learned all their lives. So far, we've trained not less than 6,000. We've helped over 1,000 businesses scale with ready talent. So you don't need to have, you don't have to struggle to get online media managers that are not delivering. But now you have online media managers that understand data-driven analytics and are able to work with you and give you the right data to make decisions to increase your visibility and also increase your revenue. We've also helped not less than 500 get jobs. And then we've helped most of them, thousands, to become self-gainfully employed. It's been a ripple effect, not just for these women, but for their families, but for their kids. And they understood that technology is not just the remote thing out there. It's something that they can actually vibe with and end with and actually enjoy. We provide two major services, training and outsourcing. For our training, we train on basic digital skills, like I said, in areas of tech, marketing, and admin. Then for outsourcing, we offer two models, the outright and the hybrid model. The outright model we hire for you, and then with your skills, you tell us your skills, the job descriptions, and the role and your numeration. So we have a skill bank. We don't just train you and then we leave them. When we train them, we bring them into our community. We have an incubator where they're constantly being fed with updates about what's going on in their space. We're looking at monetizing that from next year, where they get to pay a subscription fee, but so far it's absolutely free. And so when there are opportunities, we put it out there to them. We host webinars once in a quarter to update them on what's going on. And so when you send us your request, we go to that skill bank and we put it out there and they apply and we screen. When we screen, we interview, narrow down to 5, and then we have a meeting with you and you select the one you want, and that's it. So we end from that model. We also have the hybrid model where we don't just outrightly hire out the staff to you. So you come to us and then we hire the staff based on what you need, but we also follow up and ensure they deliver on what it is that you need them to do. It's been training all this while, and most people have gained so much trust in how we train and what we do. And so most people feel, oh, you train in Techie Train, yes, you can do this. However, we want to do more. We don't want you to have to say, because you train from Techie Train, that's why you're doing this. We want to be certified by the National Board of Technical Education, so our students can have a diploma when they graduate from our program. And so we're working on it. It's going to cost quite some millions of naira to do that, but that's something we want to do. And we are also setting up our innovation hub where women can come, learn, earn, and work. It's specifically going to be for women. So we'll have the training area where they can come and learn, and we have the work area where you can come and bid for jobs. You don't have light in your house, you don't have internet, you can just come there away from distractions to work. And then in that incubation hub, which is what we're currently designing, we also have a part for creative kids. So you can come with your kids, or your kids from school can come back, and then the school bus can drop them there. And in that creative kid, the kids are not just there watching ABC or TV, but they are also learning things like AI, robotics, and all of that. Tech skills, as well as things that can boost their creativity. So you are undistracted, learning or working, and at the end of the day, you can go. And so we have the network of women and community where women can grow, learn, and grow. The goal, 3 ways that women can grow in terms of intellect, and then work, and then they have welfare to train to sustain themselves, their families, and as well as develop the society. Thank you.
You sound like you have everything under control. But what are the challenges that you're facing right now with your target audience? From what you say, the target audience are women, right? And you're really looking at women with family. I was going to ask you, what are you going to do with their children when you take them? But you added something about that. So what challenges do you see? What do you face currently, that besides funds? Because you talked about hundreds of Williams right now. And secondly, I noticed that when you go on any of the platforms, you see mostly 80 to 20 when it comes to women, men online. On Facebook, you see it that way. On Twitter, 80, 20, men 80, women 20. So if you have more of men online and your target is women only, don't you think that you're losing a good part of the people who are online and can actually use the services that you provide?
I'll start by answering the second question. So it's not that women do not really want to be online. I think the challenge is it's not easy to create a balance. Our courses are women tailored. We understand the hormonal challenges, the days I don't feel like it, the days where I can't post and I'm not, with online media, consistency is key. And so we've embedded those things into our lesson, teaching them how to achieve work-life balance. Very important. Now, in coming to, so it for us as women, we're trying to solve women unemployment. I know that there are so many, the men are everywhere. We want to train. The training we're currently working on with the federal government, actually, we're training men as well. But we think the men are not saddled with as many challenges as women are. And so they have many opportunities. It's easy for them to go to YouTube and self-learn. It's not easy for a woman to self-learn herself over a period of time. There's so many things that will fight against you completing the course in the first place. Now, the first question you asked about the challenges to face. Initially, the challenges to face was them not completing the course. I want to do, but I don't have the power to do. So it was a challenge. And so that's why we had to create a system where their mind is expanded, capacity. So say, for example, our basic digital skills is a 6 weeks program. And so when they come in, they're onboarded. At the beginning of every week, they have a module to finish. But at the start of that course, they have a motivational talk for that course. And so if we are training, we also group them into smaller communities, about 50 to 100, and they are assigned a mentor. This mentor will send them messages every single day. Our learning management system is built in such a way that we can monitor every single thing that goes on back end. Where are you? Why have you not finished? Why have you not done your assignment and all of that? So the mentors follow them up in that small community. So even if you're training 1,000, the community cannot be more than 100. And then once they do their tasks, the assignment at the end of the week, we also follow up and check. And then we have coaching calls every single week. You know what the coaching call does? So the lessons are intensive and it's all tech. So during the coaching calls, we bring women that have done outstanding things in tech, women that have broken barriers, women that have created balance, and we take them away from the tech to their intellect and make them understand that this is possible and help them to dream again, set goals, have a mind reset. We teach them things like that. We teach them about mentoring and all of that. So that's how we've been able to deal with it so far.
Thank you very much for that presentation, and it was a really, really great start, and big credit to you for the preparation. Mike, this is going to be a quick question because you said quite a lot. It's regarding your competitors, right? Because I want to learn a bit more about what you're doing. Who are one or two of your top competitors, and why do you think you can outperform or trump those competitors?
So we have quite a number of competitors on the training side and on the outsourcing side. Quite a number of non-governmental organizations are training women on digital skills. But the thing is, their lessons are not as immersive as ours. And our lessons are also practically tailored. That's one thing that is key for us. So we bring in that women mindset into it, that we understand the challenges you face. And so we're there to help you through it, which most people, they just teach them the skills, and then maybe they just teach entrepreneurship skills. And you find out that the completion rate is very low. You don't really have that. Then in terms of outsourcing, of course, we have Fiverr, we have freelance, we have Upwork. Because we don't just outsource for within West Africa, we also outsource globally. And then with Fiverr, people trust them already, so it can be a challenge, but we also leverage it. So we train our students how to actually position on those platforms as well to do that. And then, of course, we have the HR services that do all of this stuff. But we're trying to build a system like a Fiverr for women with tech skills in Africa.
Okay, wow. All right. Let's give her another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
So our final presenter is Kebisola.
Come on, guys, let's get hyped up. Our last picture for the night.
Yeah. I was brought up to believe in my ability and my strength, and this has actually, kept me going. My name is Bolariwa Kemisola. I'm the founder CEO of Nestway Technology. I'm a robotics engineer. I'm an embedded system engineer, and I also advocate STEM education majorly for girls. Who is Nestway Technology? Nestway Technology is the first wearable technology startup in Nigeria. We design, we develop technology one close to the body, to solve by embedding programmable electronics and sensors on clothing to solve some particular issues like health issues, insecurity, and also augment fashion. I can remember in August 2017, I lost an aunt to breast cancer. It was a painful hazard for the entire family. So this actually put me on my toes as a woman in technology, to come up with a tech solution to curb that deadly disease. You understand? So, according to World Health Organization in 2020, 2.3 million women diagnosed globally of breast cancer. Out of this figure, over 600,000 left to dirt. In Nigeria alone, in 2020, 28,380 cases was recorded, and out of that, 18% led to dirt. So I said this problem. There's another problem that we're facing in Nigeria, which is kidnapping and adoption. Please, can you help me with the slide? Okay, kidnapping and adoption, which is also the major challenge we're facing as a country. An average of 30 persons are being kidnapped on a daily basis. They adopt them and kidnap them on a daily basis in Nigeria. We all know that. And in the first 6 months of this year, 2021, over 2,371 cases was recorded. Can you see this minute? So now, as a wearable technology company, we sat down and come up with a solution. So we designed a smart necklace that will help aid security, proactivity, and reactivity. This device is embedded with chips, GPS tracker. It has a SOS button, that's a panic button. It has a mobile and web application, and it is embedded with other features. Secondly, the next solution we are currently working on is a smart bra device. This smart bra device, we actually designed this device to detect earlier stage breast cancer, because we all know that during a research that if breast cancer is detected at the early stage, it can be cured in 9 out of 10 cases. So we have to work on this. It's designed to detect early stage breast cancer, to monitor daily condition of a diagnosed breast cancer patients, and lastly, to aid breast self-examination. We all know that many women have neglected that. We don't do breast self-examination again. So that is why we're coming up with a device to help us, get at status your daily condition of your health, your breast, to say. So other product that we have, this is the LED Ankara jacket to enhance African fashion. So we are bringing fashion into technology. So technology now is coming to fashion. So we are taking African fashion into the next stage. So we have LED embedded here on an Ankara jacket. We are just using LED now to replace crystal stones and and pearls, just to enhance this fashion fabric. That's the African fabric. Next slide, please. So let me talk about our technology. The technology we're using so far. We use nanotechnology. We use IoT and API, artificial intelligence, deep learning, and machine learning. All our solutions are leveraged on this mentioned technology. These are target markets: individual, military and armed force, fashion industry. We have corporate organization, health industry, and multinational organization. Then, next slide. Our business model, we have 4 main revenue sources: smart devices, sales from our smart devices. I mentioned advocacy, STEM education. We make revenue also from STEM education. We have an e-commerce platform and other services that we render. But other services, I can boldly say, for the ongoing, we were consulted to solve a solution for the ongoing AKK pipeline. They're having security threats. The consultants on what can you do to solve this minute? So we actually gave them the Joe solution. So I'm proud to do that. Was a big hit as a startup. Let me say, as a startup, it's a big hit for us to work with a big company to deploy a solution for a security threat. So next slide. So these are our competitors, and all these competitors, they are not in this country. They're in advanced country, but we have an advantage over them. We have an edge over them, despite having all the technology, all the resources, but we still have our advantage over them. So the advantage we're having over them is this. Our next slide, our products are cost effective, and we use local content. That's a key point. We use local content to designing our products. Then lastly, our products have 48 hours battery life. Next slide, please. These are milestone. We February 20, we launched a smart bra device. Smart necklace. November 2021, we've already sold 294 of the device. February 2022, we are going to launch our smart wristwatch. Then same February 2022, we are going to launch our Ankara jacket into market. Then currently, we are working on a patent because it's our intellectual property. We are currently working on the smart bra device patent registration. And we have, for our STEM education program, we have 562 subscribers. Please, next slide. We've already got partnerships and support from Federal Ministry of Science and Technology and also from National Office for Technology Acquisition and Promotion. They actually sponsor our patent registration, international patent registration to say. So meet our team, myself, the founder and the embedded system engineer, then Mr. Ajari Emmanuel, embedded IoT expert, Folami Joseph, embedded hardware implementation specialist, or Washer Salme software developer. So our ask, we are seeking for 50 million naira for now, where 7.9% go from our product production, 29% go from marketing, which is very essential. Then 13.8 go for our research and development. That is our key. Then 10.3 go for our tools and equipment. Then 8.3 go for e-commerce. So I want to share one of a testimony with you. We have a client that buy our products in Lagos. She's a woman. She called us and she was kidnapped at the May of this year. She was kidnapped on her way coming from work from Highland to mainland. And within in less than 3 hours of being kidnapped, she was rescued. She was tracked and rescued by security operatives and with the help of the family. How was this done? It was done with the help of a device. It's a big plus for us. With the help of a device, she was able to be tracked and was able to be rescued. And lastly, I must say that our smart bar device innovation, because it's a great innovation, I strongly believe that this device is going to be a revolutionary approach to the prevention of breast cancer in the globe, and it's going to reduce the number of women dying of this deadly cancer. Thank you very much for your time.
Woo! Judges, please ask your quick questions for this last presenter.
Honestly, it was a really great presentation, and
I'm
very, very passionate about the topic because we also built smart sensors in one of my prior companies. I don't even have a question because you covered a lot. I just want to compliment what you're doing because I love that even though it has a medical approach to it, you've picked a lifestyle component as well to improve people's lifestyle. And I'd say that I'd encourage you to also find more of those examples because sometimes with a medical approach, the steps to go through the FDA approval and these kind of dynamics can be quite elongated, right? So as you're doing those steps, while you have the lifestyle part going on, it helps you to move the company along to help you move things forward and partner with other companies from Victoria's Secret to Accenture to other organizations who can help power this because it's very capital intensive. So just keep at it and finding those other use cases will make a very big difference as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well done on a good presentation and very great ideas, innovative ideas. But 2 things I want to just ask about. First of all, you can track people with their phones, right? And if people get kidnapped with their phones and they're having issues finding them, why do you think that with your necklace you can find people? I just want you to tell us what you have in mind, giving people necklace and thinking that will help the security agents track them better than with cell phones and other devices that can be used. And secondly, with the smart bra that you talked about, we've seen it in other places. People have come up with this same idea. You said this is built locally with local content and all that. But how do you think that you can match up when it comes to producing this at an affordable cost that people here will be able to acquire easily than bringing what is already available outside?
For the first question, this is how the device works. I have the device that's a necklace with me. I'm the one wearing the necklace. My family member, my guide will be the one to have the application, not me. I'm not having the application. You, as my family member, you as my guardian, you are going to have the application. On the application, on your phone, you are going to record, store like 10 numbers of the people you can call. So if I have any security urgency, I will just press the panic button. So where you are, anywhere you are, even outside the country, you will get the call right on the application. So I am not the one to have the application because I'm the one carrying the device or wearing the device. So that is how it works. So secondly, for the smart bride, we have competitor, we have Everbird, and we have other innovator coming. No, it has not been commercialized, but our own technology is quite different. That is why we are patenting it. We are using a very different technology, in approaching this problem. Then, like I mentioned, we have competitors over there, so we have to come down to African level. We planning on to make it cost effective. We are planning on that. We've done our price survey, what people can afford, but at the same time, we have to look at how the company can be sustainable.
Thank you so much, Stan. Guys, please let's give her a round of applause. And can we have final remarks from Stan? Can we get our judges to stand up who are providing remarks on this as well?
I'm sure you all agree with me that all exhibitors have done a very good job. They've all showcased their companies very well, and have they managed to convince you to invest?
Have they convinced you to invest?
I mean, they're all phenomenal presentations. I mean, the ladies, they really did. My guys need to step up the game because the ladies just, really did incredible sort of pitches by everyone. And I love that people are approaching things and thinking global and acting local is very important, right? But yeah, I'll definitely follow up with some of the.
Thank you.
Great ideas. One thing I know is that Nigerians, I'm a Nigerian, born and raised here, and I know that we have very wonderful ideas. And we can always do things. But I want to add that don't be afraid to, I think someone pointed out that before, but don't be afraid to share your ideas. A lot of things that you think are so big to you may not be big to some other person because the idea is coming from you and it's burning in your own heart. And you think that when the world hears about it, they're going to steal it from you. But I tell you, not many people think that that idea is such a big idea until you actually do something with it. And people realize that it's really a good idea. So come up with the idea, do something with it, put something behind it. Let people know that you believe in what you want to do or you plan to do. And then other people can believe in it with you.